Here's the truth. I run a 7-figure business with only a 4-person team, myself included. And collectively, the 4 of us only work about 80 hours a week. Let that sink in for a minute. People are always asking me how that's possible. And a huge part of it comes down to one key decision I made after my first year in business. So, quick backstory. My name is Megan Sumrell. I'm the CEO and founder of the Pink Bee, where we are on a mission to bring work-life harmony out into the world through all things time management, organization, and productivity for women. And when I started my business back in May of 2020, I knew that I was building online courses. One of the things that kind of ended up biting me a little bit was I was overly coachable. What do I mean by that? Well, like many people who are launching into a business, I joined communities, masterminds, programs, etc., to really help guide me through the process. And I was told early on that it was, critical for my success to get the best platform in place for every single part of my business. So what this looked like back in 2020 was obviously I was going to pick Kajabi to host my online courses. I had played around with Teachable. I knew that was not going to be the right choice for me. So we built and delivered our courses on Kajabi. Now, I was also told in order to have a really high performing optimized website, I would need to build that on WordPress. So I built my website on WordPress where I needed to hire some expensive experts to help get that going. I was also then told that for my funnels, it would make perfect sense for me to use LeadPages for all my landing pages, that was the best of the best. So I went and set up LeadPages. And then finally, for email management, said you absolutely have to use ActiveCampaign. So I went and set up all my email management on ActiveCampaign. All right, 4 platforms, each with their own costs. I discovered after a year that managing these 4 platforms and the integrations was eating up my time. And at that point, I was still truly a solopreneur. I did not have a team or any virtual assistants. So I made the decision a year into business to say, you know what? I'm going to be willing to maybe sacrifice a few key features and functionality to optimize my business. And I ended up moving everything onto Kajabi. So I got rid of ActiveCampaign and moved my entire contact list into Kajabi. I got completely rid of LeadPages and built all my funnels and landing pages directly in Kajabi. I got rid of WordPress and moved the website completely over to Kajabi as well, including all of the payment processing, and my courses were already there. So I want to share with you some of the benefits that this has, completely given us over the last 4 years since moving everything over. Now, did the move happen overnight? Of course not. We kind of moved one key component at a time. Now, again, I mentioned at the beginning that I teach all things time management, organization, and productivity for women. And the backbone of this is a proprietary planning framework I developed called the TOP framework, TOP, time management, organization, productivity. And one of the key components of this is this concept of centralization, meaning minimizing our tool sets, right? If we are having to manage lots of tools, it's going to take more time, it's going to take more money, and it's going to be more error prone. So by condensing everything into just using the Kajabi platform, now that's one login, right? One dashboard, one billing statement, just one charge every month instead of 4 different charges. So instead of juggling 4 or 5 different platforms, and in some of them, they were really challenging to learn and become kind of a true expert in. And I have over 20 years in software. I have a background in software prior to launching my business. So I knew if I was struggling with some parts of this, that I knew it was going to cost a lot of money to be able to hire any experts, right? So by minimizing the tool set and collapsing it all into one central place, this also means that I got rid of all of those integration points. Now, what do I mean by integration points? So if you've got, your course over here, but your emails are over here, and your lead pages are over here where people are giving you their email, right? So if they're giving you your email, somehow you need to have an integration point that gets that email address over to in my situation, ActiveCampaign. Now, I also had to have ActiveCampaign talking to Kajabi because that's where they were going to go log in to be able to access their course. Now, each one of these touch points leverages what's called an API. Well, guess what? They're not foolproof. So sometimes an API would go down for an hour and then we're trying to figure things out, right? And having to manually step in and recover things. So anytime you are increasing your tool set, that means you're increasing API usage, and it just means you're increasing the possibility for failures and increasing the time in troubleshooting. By having everything on one platform, got completely rid of, worrying about all of those API headaches. Now, I really want to dig into the real benefits here. Not that that was not amazing, but switching into one platform is going to do two huge things for you. It's going to save you a tremendous amount of time, and it's going to save you a tremendous amount of money. I took time a couple months back to go look at what my monthly charges would be today if I were to still be on ActiveCampaign, LeadPages, WordPress, and Kajabi versus what I pay per month to host all of it on Kajabi. And here is a startling number for you. I would pay almost 600% more in software charges every single month if I had stayed on all of those platforms. ActiveCampaign in particular gets real expensive really, really fast. And if you've got an email list size of 50,000, 70,000, 100,000, you will be spending thousands of dollars a month just managing your email management system. All right, so be very cautious if people are telling you, oh, you should do this one thing over on this tool, this one thing over on this other tool, to really look at those costs are going to add up, and they're going to add up quickly. So by making this move to being in an all-in-one platform, I save thousands of dollars every single year, which means, right, more profit back into the business. Now, another cost savings here is because this is an all-in-one platform, it means that it is much easier to learn all the pieces and parts and to train others on your team. Or potentially it means that you can find one additional hire, a contractor, a virtual assistant that is an expert in Kajabi. You now don't need to go hire the Kajabi expert, the WordPress expert. Right now you're managing lots of people, which again increases costs. So by having everything in an all-in-one platform, it means that you are going to save money if you are needing to outsource and hire support in managing your tech platform, because it's very easy to find Kajabi experts. Now, I'm also here to tell you that their online help with all their training videos are phenomenal. Everyone on my team now has become pretty much a Kajabi expert. We can all jump in and make changes to websites or to funnels or to any of the tools that we are running our entire business on inside of the Kajabi platform. So again, the cost savings is phenomenal. Now, the time savings, let's talk about that. Well, obviously, there's the relationship to the cost savings, right? If you are having to hire lots of people managing lots of things, that's going to increase the amount of time it can take for you to respond to things quickly. But with an all-in-one platform and, the people on your team all knowing how to work the one platform, it means that everything that you build is quicker because you're not managing integrations, right? The testing of everything goes a lot quicker. And this is what, again, allows us to not have any bottlenecks around waiting for the only person that knows how to do the one thing on this one platform before we can get moving forward. So both time and money is going to you are going to live and experience it immediately. And this ultimately means that you can have faster launches, right? Because things aren't getting bottlenecked between particular people. Now, I do want to share with you everything that I use on the Kajabi platform because we maximize just about every single thing available to you there. So, as I mentioned, our entire website, anytime you go to megansumrell.com or thepinkbee.com, you are going to see every page there is living on Kajabi. Our whole brand lives there. If you purchase any of our courses, you're logging into the Kajabi portal, right? So, we've got our website, we've got our courses, all of our funnels are there. All payments actually go through Kajabi, which makes bookkeeping really, really streamlined for us. Now, we also leverage the community platform. So when people enroll inside of the top program, which is our signature course, we have a community aspect of it. Well, guess what? That lives right in Kajabi as well. So you don't have to go, purchase another community platform and then be integrating your students or customers in between the two different platforms. They have an amazing affiliate capability. So we have a very robust referral and affiliate partnership program inside of the Pink Bee, and all of that is housed again right inside Kajabi. Finally, we actually also use their branded app. And this was another big cost savings. So early on in business, I knew I wanted my own app in the App Store. At that time, Kajabi did not have that functionality. So I launched it on a different platform. I moved it over to Kajabi as soon as that was available. And again, cost savings and massive integration savings. We had so many technical challenges integrating the app on another platform to all of our customers and people experiencing the app needing to store their data in Kajabi. So it really expands with your business. So if you are brand new and you're like, okay, I think I want to test out Kajabi, you can start on their smallest plan, right? That's what I did. And then as our business grew and our needs grew and we started rolling out new and exciting offers, we were able to expand the plan and it has grown with us. So again, I want to reiterate, we generate over 7 figures annually with everything living on the Kajabi platform. And I want to highlight that because other people might tell you, oh, you're not going to be able to grow a really successful business unless you get on the best of every single software tool. Now, will you potentially miss out on some advanced features? Yes, you will. Will that prevent you from having massive success? No, it will not. I know other online businesses that are generating 8 figures annually on the Kajabi platform. So again, I can't speak to it enough. It was the best decision that I made in business for myself 1 year in. It saved a tremendous amount of time. It has saved, at this point, tens of thousands of dollars in software fees as well. So I've got a link below where you can go check out Kajabi. It is my personal affiliate link. So I want to make sure I'm very upfront with this. But again, this is a software platform that aligns with everything that we do here at the Pink Bee in terms of maintaining productivity, streamlining, centralizing, and simplifying. So if you are looking for a simple, streamlined way to build and grow a business, cannot recommend Kajabi enough.